Alright, I'm going to see if I can do the Gasparilla thing right here, right now. Got to do it sometime. I may, based on how this turns out, I may have to scrap this and actually write it out, because there's a lot of stuff. This happened a long time ago, and there are a lot of details that are important to the story that I want to tell it sequentially to the best of my ability, but I'm quite sure, given the way my brain works, I'll be halfway into the story and I'll remember something that happened way back at the beginning that's all of a sudden important. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. We'll see what happens. I'll do the best I can. I'm not the best storyteller, but I'm not the worst storyteller, so I can't claim the prize for either one of those. I gotta work on it. It's like this. I either have to become much better or much worse, or I'm just never going to get a prize for this stuff. But, okay, the fun is over. Let's get to the meat. Good afternoon. My name is Matthew Tubicine. I'm about to tell you the story of me getting arrested for stealing a case of water that I, in fact, did not steal. I paid for it. Let's get on with this. So I went to a feed in St. Petersburg. It was a church feed. I think it was a Saturday. I'm assuming this being Gasparilla, which I had no clue about at that time, but I found out later when I left what that was all about. But given the kind of party that is, I'm assuming that it was happening on a Saturday. I can't remember, but let's just assume that. But I went to a church feed, and there was a couple there that I knew that I walked out with when we were done, and they were talking about going to Gasparilla, and I'm like, what's that? And they told me it's basically a big pirate festival in Tampa. It's on the water. Like I said, this was a long time ago. It's like right by Tampa Bay, but I don't think it was right on the bay proper. It was like a channel, like an offshoot of the bay, as I remember. In any event, it was somewhere that I was unfamiliar with, but more or less it was just around the corner from where I was hanging out. It wasn't like I was way far away from my haunts, but anyways, we're walking to catch a bus, and I said, well, since we're going this way, my storage unit's right over there. Let me grab my guitar, see if I can make some money while we're there. And they said, well, if you want to make money, if you can buy a case of water, we can vend those for $1 a piece. And we could just keep turning that over and over and over. And I was like, well, you know, I'll try it. I had my doubts because I figured, given this is a big party, there's going to be vendors all over the place. Why would they come to us for water? Well, I turned out to be wrong. Anyways, we catch a bus, we get down there, and we're walking to the party, and I go in somewhere, anywhere, to just buy a case of water. And it's like, okay, let's do this thing. So they take the water, and I just leave them be. It's like, I bought you the water, we'll split the money for the water, and then we'll split the profits, and, you know, that's the way to do it. They're like, yeah, that's exactly right. And I went off a little ways. I found a good spot, and I set up and started playing and singing. People would occasionally slow down or even stop for a moment to listen. Nobody was giving me any money. I mean, the focus of the party was the party, not some guy over there playing guitar, no matter how good he is. And I'm good, man, I'm good. Well, not that good, but I will tell you this, for a mediocre singer, songwriter, guitar player, I am excellent. I am the best of the best among the mediocre guitar players, singer-songwriters. But anyways, it wasn't turning out real well, and I was getting kind of bored with the whole thing. I mean, it was fascinating to just people watch. There are people dressed like pirates. There's three-masted ships, completely crewed, going by, shooting off, blanks out of their cannons. I mean, it was a party, man. It was great. But I walked down to where they were hanging out, and I asked them how they're doing, and they said, we need another case of water. Wow. They split the money. I'm like, I'll be right back. Publix was like just across the street, across the parking lot, and there's Publix. Now, just across the street and across the parking lot sounds like a hop, skip, and a jump with all the people down there. It was, I won't say it was a battle, but it was work. But anyways, I made it over to Publix. The place is packed. And there's cops, sheriffs, locals, whatever. I think the FBI, the CIA, national security. I mean, there's just a wall of LEOs standing there, Leos. And, okay, no big deal. I got money. I'm buying water. This is, I don't know why we got so many cops here, but I guess there's some monkey business going on. I bought a case of water, brought it over to them, went back for another case of water instantly. Like, I'm not even waiting for them to sell that. I've got enough money to buy another case of water. Might as well just go buy another case of water. Went back, bought another case of water. By the time I brought it back, they had sold the first case. So I was like, okay, go right back. They got their job, I got my job. I'm the runner. So I went back for another case of water, brought it back. They'd sold out already. They split the money. It's like, okay, I'm going back. And this time I decided, why don't I buy 2 cases? Just so I don't have to, give them and myself a little breathing room. So I bought 2 cases. Oh my God. It was just so heavy. By the time I got over there, it's like, I can't do that. I cannot do that. I'm going to limit myself to 1 case a trip. So I went back, bought a case. And this went on a few times. I mean, I wasn't counting. I don't know. I do know this. When I got arrested, I had $36 in my pocket. Now that was all profit from selling the water. After I bought that first case, I was just about flat broke. So I was starting basically from zero. If I had 36 bucks, that's just from them selling the water. That's how good we were doing. Bought a case.